God's message for you today is one of hope, love, and purpose. It's not just about surviving, it's about thriving and making a difference in the world around you. The first part of this message is about prosperity. You may have dreams and goals that are ones that may seem far off or impossible, but God wants you to know that prosperity is within your reach. Wealth, success, and opportunities are not just for a select few. They are meant for you too. The key is not to focus only on the wealth itself, but on how that wealth can be a blessing to others. Money is not the end goal. It's simply a tool, a resource that can help you fulfill your purpose and bless others. It is through the abundance that you receive that you have the ability to change lives. The more you prosper, the more you are in a position to lift someone up, to help those who need it, and to make a difference in the world. Don't just accumulate wealth for yourself. Use what you have to help, to heal, and to give. Your prosperity is a blessing to the world, and with it comes a responsibility to spread that blessing. But it's not just about money. The message God has for you today is also about saving lives, not necessarily in the way we think, but in the small, meaningful actions that can truly change someone's life. Sometimes, saving a life doesn't mean rushing into a dangerous situation. It's the times you show up for someone when they're at their lowest, when they need a kind word, a listening ear, or a helping hand. Every day, people are struggling in ways you may never even realize, and you have the power to make a difference. Your smile, your words of encouragement, your willingness to listen. It may seem small, but it can be the thing that lifts someone out of despair, out of loneliness, or out of fear. The simple act of reaching out, of showing love and compassion, has the power to change the course of someone's life. So when God asks you to save a life, it's not just a call to heroism. It's a call to be a light in the darkness. You are a vessel of hope, and your actions, no matter how small they may seem, can have a ripple effect far greater than you imagine. And then, we come to love. God's message for you today is clear. Spread love. Not just in words, but in actions, in everyday moments. Love is the most powerful force we have, and it has the ability to heal, to transform, and to bring light into the darkest places. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment to show love. Every moment is the perfect moment to share love with someone else. Love can take many forms. It's in the way you treat others, the way you care for them, the way you support them. Whether it's a hug, a simple message, or an unexpected act of kindness, love has the power to change hearts and lives. God has given you the ability to love, and with that comes a responsibility to use that love to heal and to make the world a better place. Today, take a moment to reflect on your purpose. Know that you are here to thrive, not do for yourself, but for others. Use the prosperity you are given to help those in need, to lift up those who are struggling. Look for ways to save lives, not just in the grand sense, but in the small, everyday ways that make a real difference. And above all, let love guide you in everything you do. You are capable of making a tremendous impact. The love, the kindness, and the prosperity you spread today will multiply in ways you may never fully understand. But know this: God is with you every step of the way, guiding you, supporting you, and blessing you as you walk in faith. So today, remember the message God has for you. Prosper, save lives, and spread love. You have the power to make this world a better place. Step into your purpose and let your light shine brightly for all to see. As you move through your day, remember that each moment is an opportunity, a chance to make an impact, to live out God's purpose for you. We often get caught up in the busyness of life, focused on our own concerns, goals, and challenges. But when we pause and reflect, realize that life is not just about what we can achieve, but about how we can serve others. God has placed you exactly where you need to be, surrounded by the people you need to influence, the opportunities you need to embrace, and the challenges you need to overcome. Whether you're in a season of abundance or a time of struggle, remember that your journey is meaningful. Every step you take is leading you toward something greater, and you're being equipped with everything you need to fulfill your purpose. So, when you face challenges, don't give in to doubt. Trust that God is working in your life, even in ways you might not fully understand. In moments of uncertainty, God's love and guidance are steady, like a compass leading you toward your destiny. Embrace the journey, knowing that you are not alone. You are walking with a divine purpose, and that purpose is to uplift, to serve, and to love. If you're feeling discouraged today, or if you're questioning how you can make a difference in such a vast world, know this: every small act of kindness matters. Every moment you choose love over fear, generosity over selfishness, you're making an eternal impact. The little thing you do may seem insignificant at times, but to the person you help, they could mean the world. Your presence in someone's life is a blessing, and you might be the answer to their prayer. God's message for you today also reminds you that your worth is not determined by what you do, but by who you are. You are a child of God, created with purpose, and there is no greater purpose than to love and serve others. When you act out of love, you are living in alignment with God's will. Whether you're doing something big or small, it's the heart behind the action that matters most. If you're looking to make a change in the world, start by changing your heart. Open yourself to compassion, to empathy, and to grace. Understand that everyone around you is fighting battle you may not see, and they need your love, your understanding, and your support. Your willingness to listen, to offer a helping hand, and to show patience will leave an indelible mark on those you encounter. In a world that can often seem divided, God calls you to be a unifier. He calls you to bridge gaps, to bring peace, and to be a beacon of hope in times of darkness. The world may be full of challenges, but it is also full of possibilities for you to make a difference. As you seek prosperity today, remember that true wealth is not measured by what you own, but by the lives you touch. The love you give and the way you serve others is your richest treasure. Your legacy will not be defined by the amount of money you make, but by the life you've changed and the love you've shared. So, in all that you do, seek to fulfill the threefold calling that God has placed on your life. Prosper, to save lives, and to spread love. Prosper so that you can lift others up. Save lives by being the light that guides others out of darkness. And spread love, for love is the most powerful force in the universe. Take a moment today to reflect on the impact you can have. Know that your actions, no matter how small they may seem, are making a difference. Whether you're helping someone in need, offering a kind word to someone who feels alone, or working hard to achieve your goals so you can give back to others, you are living out God's plan. And as you go about your day, always remember that God is with you. He is in the small moments of your life, guiding you, supporting you, and reminding you of your divine purpose. His love is a constant force, surrounding you with peace, joy, and strength. You are never alone in this journey. The world needs you. The people around you need your love. And through the abundance that God has given you, you have the power to make a difference. Trust in His plan, Keep moving forward with faith, and know that every step you take in love and service brings you closer to the divine calling He has set for you. So today, walk confidently in the knowledge that you are doing the work of God. Prosper in love. Save lives with your compassion. Spread love wherever you go, and in doing so, you will fulfill your highest purpose. Remember, you were made for this. You were made to shine, to love, and to change the world. Keep going, keep loving, and keep trusting in the amazing plan that God has for you. The world is waiting for your light. Let it shine brightly, and watch the transformation unfold. As you continue on this journey, remember that every single moment is an opportunity to serve. Life isn't always easy, and you may find yourself facing obstacles that seem insurmountable. But it's in those challenges that God's purpose shines the brightest. When things feel difficult, it's a reminder that you're being refined, molded, and prepare something greater. You are never alone in those moments, for God walks beside you, offering strength, guidance, and encouragement every step of the way. The road to prosperity may not always be smooth, and the path to saving lives may be uncertain, but that doesn't mean you are not equipped for the task. God has given you everything you need within you. He has placed the seed of greatness inside your heart, and all it takes is faith, persistence, and trust to see that seed grow. Trust that your efforts are never in vain, even if the rewards don't come immediately. The work you are doing today, even in the small, unnoticed moments, is laying the foundation for something incredible. And when you feel like giving up, when the weight of the world feels too heavy, take a deep breath and turn inward. Remember that the strength to persevere comes from a place of love, a love that is divinely given to you by God. Love is not just something you give, it's something you receive and allow to flow through you. It's a powerful force that heals, restores, rejuvenates. And it is in those moments of love that you'll find the courage to keep going. Your life is a reflection of God's love, and through you, that love touches everyone around you. You may never fully understand the far-reaching impact of your words, actions, and decisions. But know this: every time you choose to love, to serve, to help, or to be kind, you are planting seeds of change in the hearts of others. You may not see the immediate results, but just as a tree grows from a small seed, the love you plant today will bear fruit in due time. Even when it feels like no one notices the good you're doing, God sees it all. He sees your heart, your effort, your willingness to serve, and He is pleased with you. He knows the sacrifices you make, and He honors your commitment to living out His purpose for your life. God doesn't measure success by worldly standards, but by the love and integrity with which you live your life. You don't need recognition, you don't need applause, because God's love and approval are more than enough. As you continue to walk in His light, remember that the greatest commandment is love. Love God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbor as yourself. This is the foundation of everything. Prosperity, success, and even saving lives are all rooted in love. When you act from a place of love, you are aligning yourself with the divine plan, and there's no greater force in this world than the power of love. The love you give is not limited by your circumstances. It is abundant, flowing freely from the Creator, and it never runs out. The more you give, the more you receive. And this is how God works. He multiplies what you give. When you give love, kindness, and compassion, He will multiply it in your life and in the lives of others. And so, as you face the challenges of your day, remember that God is not asking you to do it all on your own. He is your partner, your guide, and your strength. You are not alone. He is equipping you with everything you need to succeed, to serve, and to spread His love. You may feel that what you're doing is small, but remember that every action counts. Even a simple gesture can change a life. A word of encouragement can be the hope someone needs to get through the day. A small donation can change the course of someone's future. A kind smile can be the light that guides someone out of their darkness. Never underestimate the power of your actions, no matter how small they may seem. And in those moments when you feel discouraged, or when the weight of the world feels too heavy, lean on God's promises. He will never leave you or forsake you. His love is steadfast, and He is always with you. Trust in His timing, trust in His plan, and know that everything you're doing is part of His greater purpose. As you work toward prosperity, remember that it's not just about material wealth, but about wealth of the heart. God wants you to be prosperous in spirit, in love, in relationships, and in service to others. True prosperity comes when you align yourself with God's will, using the blessings you receive to make a difference in the world. When you save lives, whether physically, emotionally, or spiritually, you are doing the work of the kingdom. Every life you touch is a part of God's divine plan, and He uses you as a vessel to bring healing and hope to the world. And as you spread love, know that you are fulfilling the greatest commandment. Love is the key that unlocks all other blessings. It is the glue that binds us together, the force that heals wounds, and the light that overcomes darkness. When you spread love, you are spreading God's heart to the world, and there's no greater gift you can give. So, as you move forward today, keep these truths close to your heart. Prosper in God's love, serve others with humility, save lives through your kindness and actions, and spread love wherever you go. Trust that God is using you to make a difference, and know that every small act of love contributes to the bigger picture of His divine plan. Your life is meaningful. Your purpose is clear. Keep going, keep loving, and keep trusting in God's perfect timing and guidance. The world needs your light, and God has equipped you to shine. Embrace the journey, for it is one of incredible significance, and you are exactly where you are meant to be. As you continue on this path, keep in mind that your journey is never about perfection. It's about progress, about the intention with which you live each day. We all make mistakes, we all face setbacks, but it's how we rise from them that truly matters. God doesn't require perfection from you. He requires faith, perseverance, and a heart full of love. Your willingness to try, to keep moving forward, and to trust in His guidance is what pleases Him most. The road may seem long, and the challenges may feel overwhelming at times, but always remember that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. Every moment of hardship is an opportunity for you to deepen your faith, to rely on God's strength, and to emerge stronger than before. It's in those moments that you will see the true power of God working in your life. His grace is sufficient for you, His strength is made perfect in your weakness, and His love unshakable. When you encounter difficulties, instead of seeing them as barriers, try to view them opportunities for God's glory to shine through. You may not always understand why things happen the way they do, but trust that there is a purpose behind every circumstance. God is always working behind the scenes, orchestrating events in ways that you may not fully comprehend. But know that He is with you every step of the way, even when you don't feel His presence in the moment. You are being shaped and molded, and each experience, each trial, and each victory is part of the divine blueprint that God has for your life. His hand is guiding you, shaping you into the person you are meant to be. And through your journey, He is preparing you for even greater things, things that will bring glory to His name and blessings to those around you. Sometimes the path to prosperity requires patience. The blessings you seek may not come overnight, but that doesn't mean they aren't on their way. Trust in the process. Trust that God's timing is perfect, even when it doesn't align with your own expectations. He sees the bigger picture, and He knows exactly when to bring those blessings into your life. Your task is to stay faithful, to keep working hard, to keep believing, and to keep trusting in His plan for you. Your prosperity is not just for you. It is for the people around you, for the community you are part of, for the world you are called to impact. You are being blessed so that you can be a blessing to others. Every step you take in faith, every act of service, every penny you invest in others, it all matters. God is using you to make a difference, to shine His light in places that are dark and broken. When you live with purpose and generosity, you are becoming the hands and feet of Christ in a world that so desperately needs it. God's call for you to save lives is not just about rescuing people in physical danger. It's about saving souls, about making an eternal impact on the lives of those around you. People are in need of healing, hope, and love. Some are struggling with addictions. Others are wrestling with depression or anxiety, and some feel lost and disconnected. Your presence, your kindness, your love, and your willingness to listen are powerful tools in God's hands. You may not have all the answers, but your love can make a difference in ways you can't even imagine. And remember, saving a life doesn't always require grand gestures. It often comes in the smallest of moments. A compassionate word at the right time, a hug when someone feels alone, a phone call to check on someone who's struggling. Your willingness to show up for people, to be there when they need you, can change the course of someone's day, their life, and even their eternity. You don't have to be a hero in the traditional sense to save a life. All you need is a heart full of love and a willingness to be present for others. As you continue to spread love, know that love is the greatest tool you have at your disposal. Love is the language that transcends all boundaries, all divisions, and all differences. When you choose to love, you are choosing to see others as God sees them, not as their mistakes, their flaws, or their shortcomings, but as beloved children of God, worthy of grace and compassion. Your love is a reflection of God's love for each and every person on this earth. It is through love that the world will be healed. You may not always see the immediate impact of your love, but trust that it is making a difference. Love doesn't always come with instant results, but it is a seed that grows over time. Just as a gardener plants seeds and waits patiently for the flowers to bloom, so too does G work in the hearts of those you love. Your kindness, your patience, and your willingness to show unconditional love will take root in the hearts of others and bear fruit in due season. As you walk this path, remember that God's love is never-ending. It doesn't run out. It doesn't fade. And it doesn't depend on your actions or your worthiness. God loves you with an everlasting love, and that love is the foundation of everything you do. When you act from a place of love, you are reflecting the very nature of God. You are becoming more like Him by every step you take. So keep spreading love, no matter how small the act may seem. Keep showing kindness, keep offering hope, keep sharing the light of Christ wherever you go. The world needs your love. People need your love. And as you give that love, God will continue to pour it into your heart, filling you with His grace, peace, and Joe know that every moment you live with love, every choice you make to serve others, every time you give without expecting anything in return, you are fulfilling God's call for your life. You are making a difference in ways that will echo for eternity. God is with you, He is guiding you, and He is equipping you for the incredible work He has set before you. So embrace the love that God has given you and share it freely with others. You have a divine purpose, and you are living it out right now, in this moment. Keep trusting, keep loving, keep serving, and watch as God does amazing things through you. The world is waiting for the light that you carry. Let it shine brightly, and let it bring hope, healing, and transformation to those around you. As you continue this journey of faith, purpose, and love, never forget the profound truth that God is continually working in your life, even when you can't see it. He is molding you, shaping your heart, and preparing you for greater things. The challenges you face today are not obstacles, but stepping stones toward the person He is calling you to be. Every hardship you endure is a refining fire that purifies your faith, strengthens your character, and deepens trust in Him. There will be moments when you feel discouraged, moments when the weight of the world presses heavily upon you. But in those times, remind yourself that you are never alone. God is with you in every moment, every struggle, every triumph. His presence is a constant comfort, a peace that surpasses all understanding. It is in the most trying times that His grace shines the brightest, and His power is made perfect in your weakness. You don't have to carry the burdens of life on your own. Lean into His strength, rely on His guidance, and trust that He is working all things together for your good. You may wonder at times why God allows certain things to happen in your life, why you face obstacles, why dreams are delayed, or why pain seems to linger. But remember that God's ways are higher than ours, and His understanding is beyond human comprehension. What may seem like a setback may be an opportunity for growth, for deeper faith, or for greater ministry. His timing is perfect, even when it doesn't align with our own. What we see as a struggle, He sees as an opportunity to stretch us, to refine us, and to make us more like High. Trust that He has a purpose in every season of your life, and that He will never leave you or forsake you. In those quiet moments when you feel unsure or uncertain, return to God's promises. They are unshakable, unbreakable, and true. His word is a firm foundation that will never fail you. Remind yourself that you are deeply loved by God, that His plans for you are good, and that He is faithful to fulfill every promise He has made to you. Even when the road ahead seems unclear, His purpose is clear, and He will reveal it to you at the right time. One of the most beautiful things about God's plan is that it's never just about you. Yes, He has incredible blessings for you, provision, prosperity, and purpose. But His plan extends beyond your individual journey. God wants to use your life to impact others, to touch the lives of people who need His love, grace, and compassion. You are a vessel of His light in this world, and He has placed you exactly where you are for a reason. In the lives of others, you have the chance to be a reflection of God's love. You have the chance to make a difference, even in the smallest of ways. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every moment of empathy is an opportunity to spread the love of Christ. Never underestimate the power of your influence. You may not always see the immediate impact of your actions, but trust that the seeds you plant today will bear fruit in God's perfect timing. Sometimes it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the needs of the world. There is so much pain, so much suffering, so much injustice, and it can seem like one person can't possibly make a difference. But I want to remind you that every small act of love adds up. Every time you choose to forgive, to show kindness, to offer hope, you are contributing to a world that needs light. You may not be able to change everything, but you can change something. You can be the one who shows up when someone is hurting, the one who listens when someone feels alone, the one who gives when someone is in need. And that is enough. Your love, your compassion, your willingness to serve others are powerful gifts. They are expressions of God's heart for the world, and they have the ability to transform lives. When you love others, you are partnering with God in His work of healing and restoration. You are making an eternal impact, one life at a time. And don't forget that love doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to look a certain way or be grand in its gestures. Love can be found in the everyday moments, the simple acts of kindness, the quiet prayers, the willingness to be present. Love is not measured by how much you do, but by the depth of your heart and the sincerity of your intentions. When you give love, you refill God's love for you, a love that is unconditional, unchanging, and ever abundant. As you continue to spread love, to serve others, and to walk in the purpose God has for you, trust that He is always working behind the scenes. You may not always see the fruit of your labor right away, but know that God is faithful. His promises are true, and He will never leave you hanging. You may be planting seeds today that will bloom in someone's heart tomorrow. Your faithfulness, your generosity, and your love are never in vain. They are building up treasures in heaven, and they are having a lasting impact on the world around you. Keep trusting in the process. Keep trusting in God's timing. Even when things don't make sense, even when the path feels uncertain, remember that God is with you. He is guiding you, leading you, and walking with you every step of the way. He knows the plans He has for you, and they are plans to prosper you, to give you a future and a hope. Your purpose is unfolding, even in ways you may not yet understand. And in those moments when you feel tired, when you feel like you can't go on, remember that God's strength is made perfect in your weakness. He will renew your spirit, replenish your energy, and give you the courage to keep going. His love will sustain you, His grace will carry you, and His peace will guard your heart and mind. You are more than capable of fulfilling the calling He has placed on your life, and He will provide all that you need to do so. So, as you continue to live out God's message for your life, remember to stay focused on Him. Keep seeking His will, keep trusting in His promises, and keep walking in His love. Your life is a beautiful testimony of His grace, and He will use you to impact the world in ways beyond your imagination. You are not just here to survive. You are here to thrive, to make a difference, and to shine His light in the world. As you journey forward, know that you are deeply loved, divinely equipped, and perfectly positioned to fulfill God's purpose for your life. Keep going, keep loving, and keep trusting His plan. You are exactly where you need to be, and God is with you, guiding you every step of the way. Your light is needed in this world, and it will shine brightly, bringing hope and healing to everyone you encounter. Keep going. Keep shining. The world needs your love. As you continue on this path of faith, trust, and purpose, remember that God's vision for your life is far greater than anything you can imagine. His plans for you are not limited by your own understanding or expectations, for He is the creator of the universe, and His ways are far beyond ours. Every challenge, every blessing, every moment of growth you experience is part of a grand, divine story that He is unfolding. And in that story, you are a vital and beloved part, called to live out a purpose that is uniquely yours. The world may sometimes tell you that success is measured by what you accumulate, by titles, wealth, or achievements. But God's definition of success is so much richer. True success found in walking closely with Him, in living out His love, and in serving others. True success is found in the quiet moments of obedience, in the acts of kindness that no one may ever see, in the heart that chooses to forgive, to extend grace, and to love unconditionally. God does not look at outward appearances, but at the heart. Your heart's intentions and your willingness to serve His kingdom are what He cherishes most. In the midst of life's hustle and bustle, it's easy to become distracted by the noise of the world, the pressure to keep up, the fear of failure, the weight of unmet expectations. But don't let the world's standards define your value. You are not defined by your circumstances, achievements, or your setbacks. You are defined by the love of God. His love for you is constant and unchanging. It is not based on what you do or don't do. It is simply because you are His child, fearfully and wonderfully made. As you pursue the prosperity God has for you, remember that true prosperity is not just about accumulating wealth or material possessions. It's about having a heart that is rich in love, joy, peace, and generosity. God desires to bless you so that you can be a blessing to others. When you seek His kingdom first and His righteousness, everything else will fall into place. Prosperity in God's eyes is about aligning yourself with His will, living a life of integrity, and being a good steward of the resources He has entrusted to you. It is about using your time, talent, and treasures to serve others and to bring glory to His name. In the process of growing and prospering, you will undoubtedly encounter moments of struggle and disappointment. It's easy to lose sight of God's promises when things aren't going the way you envisioned. But remember that His timing is perfect. He may not act according to your timetable, but He will never leave you stranded. His plans for you are good, and He will make a way when there seems to be no way. Trust in His provision, His timing, and His wisdom. There may be times when you feel like you're giving and giving, serving others, loving others, and yet it feels like there is no return. You may wonder if your efforts are making any difference, especially when the world seems indifferent or when those you serve do not seem to appreciate it. But I want to encourage you today. Your work is never in vain. God sees every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every moment of service. You are planting seeds, and though you may not see them sprout immediately, they are taking root in the hearts of others. Even the smallest acts of love can have a ripple effect that spreads far beyond your immediate circle. A kind word, a helping hand, a prayer, or a simple gesture of compassion can change the course of someone's day and their life. Never underestimate the power of love. It is God's love that transforms hearts and lives. When you choose to act in love, you are participating in the divine work of redemption and healing. You are fulfilling your calling as a vessel of God's love in a broken world. And when it comes to saving lives, whether physically, emotionally, or spiritually, never forget that you are making an eternal impact. The life you save today could be the one who goes on to impact countless others. You may not always see the full effect of your actions, but God sees it all. He knows the hearts of those you are reaching, and He is using you in ways you may never fully understand. Saving lives isn't always about dramatic moments or heroic actions. Sometimes it's about being present, being compassionate, and showing up when someone needs you most. A single conversation, a quiet moment of support, a small act of kindness. These can be the difference between despair and hope, between life and death. God has placed you in this world for a reason. You have a divine purpose, and that purpose is to love, to serve, and to make a difference. It's not about grand accomplishments or accolades. It's about the everyday, ordinary moments where you choose to walk in His love and to reflect His character. It's about being faithful in the little things, trusting that He will use them for His glory. As you continue to spread love, to serve others, and to walk in the purpose God has for you, remember that you are part of something much bigger than yourself. The love you give has a ripple effect that extends far beyond what you can see. Your actions today are building up a future that is brighter, more compassionate, and more aligned with God's kingdom. Even when it feels like you're not making a difference, know that God is using you in ways you cannot yet comprehend. And through it all, God's love for you remains unwavering. He is the constant in a world that is ever-changing. His love is the foundation upon which you stand, and it will never fail you. When you feel weak, His strength will sustain you. When you feel lost, His guidance will lead you. When you feel discouraged, His encouragement will lift you up. He has equipped you for every challenge, and He has promised to never leave you or forsake you. So, keep moving forward. Keep trusting in God's plan for your life, even when the path seems unclear. Keep loving, even when it feels difficult. Keep serving, even when it seems thankful you are making a difference, and your efforts are never in vain. God is working in you and through you, and He will bring His good work to completion. You are exactly where you are meant to be, and God has positioned you for such a time as this. Embrace His love, trust in His timing, and allow Him to work through you to change the world. Your life matters. Your love matters. And God is using you to bring light and hope into the darkest corners of this world. Keep shining brightly, for the world desperately needs the love and light you carry within you. As you continue to walk in faith and love, remember that every step you take is part of a greater story. A story that God has been writing long before you were born, and one that will continue long after you've completed your journey. The impact you have in this world might be much bigger than you realize, and it is being woven together with the lives of others in ways that only God can truly understand. But rest assured, your life has meaning, your work has purpose, and your acts of love are building the kingdom of God, one heart at a time. In every moment, whether joyful or challenging, continue to choose love. Choose to be the light in dark places, to bring hope where there is despair, and to offer encouragement when someone is ready to give up. Remember, the smallest actions can spark the greatest changes. When you love deeply and serve selflessly, you become a living reflection of God's love for world, a love that is transformative, redemptive, and everlasting. You may not always see the immediate results of your efforts, but trust that every act of kindness, every word of compassion, and every prayer you send up to God has purpose. And in due season, the seeds you've planted will bear fruit, sometimes in ways you never expected, sometimes in the most beautiful and miraculous ways. Keep walking in faith, and trust that God will take your efforts and multiply them for His glory. You are part of a great movement of love that transcends time and space. As you continue to grow and evolve in your relationship with God, you will discover more about your true purpose, and you will be empowered to live it out in greater ways than you ever imagined. God is with you, guiding you, strengthening you, and blessing you, and He will never leave you or forsake you. Now, as we wrap up, I want to encourage you to take the love you've experienced, the lessons you've learned, and the faith you've nurtured, and share it with others. Keep spreading the message of love, hope, and healing wherever you go. The world needs you, your light, and your love more than ever. Your life is a testimony to the goodness of God, and your purpose is far-reaching. Keep shining brightly, keep loving deeply, and keep trusting in the journey that God has set before you. If this message has inspired you, if you feel uplifted or encouraged today, I ask that you share this video with those around you. You never know who might need a reminder of God's love, His promises, and His faithfulness. Together, we can spread the message of hope to even more hearts in need. Don't forget to like this video, share it with others, and subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll be helping us to continue spreading God's word and love to more people all over the world. Each subscription brings us closer to our goal of reaching more souls and impacting lives in a powerful way. Your support helps us reach more hearts, and together we can make a difference. So, if this message resonated with you, I invite you to be part of this community. Join us as we continue to walk in love, spread hope, and encourage each other along the way. We need you, your energy, your voice, and your heart to make this mission a success. Thank you for being here, for being part of this journey, and for helping us share the love of God. May you continue to walk in faith, trusting in His plans, and spreading His love wherever you go. Stay encouraged, stay faithful, and keep shining. God bless you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to help us reach more people and continue spreading this powerful message of love and hope. Together, we can make a real difference in the world. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.